Hi everyone. In the month of July this year, we are playing with the notion of being volunteers. And is gay, queer men, and I think it's universally true. In fact, I think there's been some new literature out recently that just looks at people who are volunteers and how they tend to be healthier people. They oftentimes have lower blood pressure or their blood pressure is better than folks who don't volunteer. They tend to even live longer, and I'm sure there are all kinds of factors that go into that interplay of social connection and service and giving out and taking back and feeling like you belong, feeling like you're bringing some good stuff to the world that's coming from your heart. So I think the spiritual teachers have always said giving and receiving are one and the same. So when we really give out, we really are replenishing ourselves if we're coming from a really authentic place. So volunteerism, how are you a volunteer? Some of the studies on gay and queer men over the years have shown that there is a high range of folks who tend to want to volunteer for services, whether it's a soup kitchen, or whether it's an AIDS project, whether it's creating a Habitat for Humanity kind of outreach in the world. There tends to be, I think, in the genes, in the encoding of people who have been disenfranchised, an awareness that as we heal, we want to give back. As we free, we want to free. As we get nourished, we want to nourish. So as we're in this time in our movement as LGBTQ people, I think we may be seeing a time where volunteerism can rise even higher. And my question to you is, how are you a volunteer, or where are you a volunteer, or the volunteering that you do, does it feel like it's out of your greatest heart's desire, your passion, your authentic gift? So in the month of July, we're going to play with that. We're going to have a potluck again in July and invite men who are doing a variety of fun kinds of volunteer services and outreach in the community to the larger world, and tell our stories about how volunteerism really is a healing agent to us, as well as how it impacts those that we serve. And I want you to think about, if you're not a volunteer, how might you use volunteerism for your own health care, for your own support, for your own feeling more in purpose and in service in the world. So that will be our juicy conversation for July. And muse with me, volunteer. Namaste.